Hello, watch my part 1 video to know the art progress context. To start with, I address first the few concerns of some of our viewers. Question 1. Why do I draw every day? I will burn out and get tired of myself. My answer to that is no. I am obsessed with drawing, I love it, my only regret is that I should have explored it sooner. I don't see myself quitting it. It has become part of my life that even in just 60 days, a day without drawing shapes and lines makes it incomplete. But I do get tired and bored of drawing sometimes. My favorite cure for this is to train like a secret sleeper agent. Whenever I draw, I always play a specific music and then draw while that music is on loop. So, after months, if I hear that specific music and there's a pencil on my hand, I know it is drawing time and I need to deal with it whether by force or motivation. 99% of the time, after scribbling for a good minute, I'll draw for more than an hour. I like to call this my own version of locking in. Okay, now going back, we ended with day 30, so I'm going to start part 2 with day 31. Day 31. I decided to try values first before going all in on colors. I tried to draw shapes first since they are easy. I referenced real-life objects and searched shapes online. I immediately tried it on anime girls, but then it looked bad. I need to give my sketches in order to make them 3D. While on digital, I worked on a commission that is not paid since the one commissioning me got banned on Instagram. Day 33. On my sketchpad, I was busy at work, but in between breaks, I tried to draw some without references and in a rush, so they turned out bad. I put colors on the final sketch of the artwork from the previous days and created some chibi versions of herself because I was feeling good at the time. Day 34. This is the last page of my first sketchpad. For this, I decided to focus on shapes and 3D since this is the part 1 was struggling with. At the time, I did not know that values gives the 3D feel, but giving them with rings also gave me the illusion of 3D. On digital, however, I tried having a reference of a real woman and translating that to anime version. It did turn out bad, but my aim at this time was trying out hard edge shadows. Thus, I emulated the shadow by determining where the light is, and to my surprise, at the time of drawing I thought I did a great job, but the 60-day version of me say otherwise. On day 35. I'm not gonna lie, I was becoming bored of drawing because of its repetition, and that feeling I noticed is what routine is in definition. That was why I drew only a little bit of shapes and few anime girls in this day. While on the digital pad, I was pretty frustrated that I think I am regressing since I still cannot draw good without reference and it has been a month. I was complacent of my growth that I realized that it was only the initial leveling boost, and now that the honeymoon phase is over, I have to actually put in the effort. Thus, I gathered references and loosely copied it while trying to give the artwork a decent shadow and lighting. I failed, but I hope my EXP has gone up even by a little bit. On day 36. I tried a new thing and I tried the Loomis method. While I can see it being effective, I cannot use it for the love of me. It seems like every time I try the Loomis method, my drawing skills drop. I took a break and then returned to drawing to my sketchpad and tried to bowl and not care about anything else. Surprisingly, I have drawn a somewhat decent drawing of a girl lying down in a pond and looking at the camera. On the other side, I drew a body with a small head. So ironic. On the digital pad, I drew a bunch of shapes and tried to make them 3D. This served me as my warm-up and trying to coat my gears with oil. What followed was a figure of a girl with color. I was pretty proud of this since it turned decent despite being drawn in a short amount of time. Day 37, I saw the broken twin tail of the figure Maiku and I decided to draw it while referencing the artwork of a master artist. And as always, while being high after drawing a good sketch, I tried to draw a bunch of anime girls and successfully drew them cutely. However, on the digital side, I cannot draw cutely. I tried to draw a head, but it turned bland and really not cute. In addition, I got distracted and drew some food I'd like to eat but cannot because simply put, I am poor. I eat rice and whatever's left after my kin eats. Anyways, I tried to draw a maid again and recalled the maid that I referenced way earlier and it turned out bland. In the end, I just tried copying what interests me in my Twitter feed. Day 38, on my sketchpad, I think this is where I peaked. Looking at it now, the anime girls I have drawn on this page are all cute. Even the shapes looked cute. And from then on, I think this is where I learned that line weight matters. On the digital side, I drew shapes again to warm up and then I tried to draw Holo from my favorite novel, Spice and Wolf. It turned out bland again. For some reason, my drawings recently are becoming bland. Maybe because of its lack of colors. Then, I tried to draw March 27th from Hunkai Impact. She looked cute, and this confirmed my theory that my drawings before were bland because they lacked colors. Day 39, I warm up using shapes and lines again in order to draw what I was really aiming for. I drew Ari from League of Legends, doing her shushing pose done by the best esports player in League of Legends, Faker. I will only ruin this piece if I tried to color or tried to do line art with it, so I just left it like that. Day 40, I have drawn cute anime girls again, and this time, one is a bit sexy and it's looking at me seductively, and I don't know why. Still, after looking at them closely, the face is a little bit flat. On the digital side, I tried to learn what makes the face look so flat, and the reason was the face structure changes depending on the perspective. That was why I tried to learn how faces were drawn depending on what direction they are facing relative to the camera. Day 41, on my sketchpad, I kept trying side view faces, but still it felt weird and nothing seems to be going great. I wonder if it's because of values or it's just that my drawing is bad. Then, I saw a neg_list YouTube video and tried to copy it. I failed miserably. I tried to draw Clara and Svarog on the mansion stairs like Dark Souls boss, but failed tremendously. Even though every face looks bad, I still tried to draw them, and I have no idea what I am doing wrong. Please, if you know, please tell me my mistakes on side view faces. In addition, I was commissioned again to make their OC do a certain pose, and this is one of many of the poses I thought of. Sketching a pose is so hard. On day 42, on my sketchpad I still tried drawing the face sideways, and I think it is becoming better and better, but still there's something missing. I figured it is the shadow and lighting that will give the drawing a better appeal. I wish I can replicate how I do shadow and lighting on the sketchpad in a digital pad. On the digital side, I have followed how to draw a body using perspective in a YouTube video, but I didn't get any of it because I am stupid and I cannot do a perspective pose without a reference. So I settled with a sketched pose I was satisfied with and decided to polish it as best as I can. On day 43, I practiced different angles again on my sketchpad while simultaneously trying hair tricks I learned in Google. On day 44, I again tried the angle that I am having a hard time with, and some of them turned decent. I tried to draw a base for them, but I ended up not following most of them. On the digital pad, this is the day I finished the commission art piece. I was not proud of this after looking at it now, but at the time, I think it was SOSO. I was not skilled enough for the piece to do it justice. Day 45. Tried going out of my comfort zone and doing a complicated pose, but it ended terribly. So I just went to practice the side angle of the head. As for digitally, I was really bummed out by my skills on torso and body in general that I just practiced using real-life references. For day 46, I wanted to make a really good piece to thank my followers in my socials since I reached 100 followers. I drew my OC and made it do a heart pose. Surprisingly, it's not bad and it's not good either. For the day 47, 48, and 49, I just mainly practiced proportion because I was having a hard time drawing bodies. For day 50, I tried looking at real-life pose references in Pinterest and doing them in cubes and boxes. Not all of them looked good, but I hope I gained some experience points from this. Digitally, I was afraid of colors since I do not know what to do in terms of shadow and lighting, so I ran away from it and only did grayscale. Day 51, I have not been able to draw at work since I was dumped with work since my workmates coincidentally got pregnant and one of them got really sick for about a month. Still, I tried to draw for the sake of having to draw. After I went home, I drew a mermaid looking down on you. My only regret to this piece was not studying how liquid works, like sweat dripping out from the body. You know what I mean. Day 52. This is my day of enlightenment and you'll soon know. On my sketchpad, it's just the usual practice of faces and body proportions using cubes. But while going home, I was dead tired from work and started to see hallucinations. I swear I saw some very elegant lady in white and had an epiphany of I have to draw this. Then immediately after getting home I thought of Sugetsu Eli. At the time of drawing this, I was testing my limits and felt fuck it, paint like a madman. And this piece came out. At the time, I was extremely happy and hopeful for this piece since on my day 1, I cannot even imagine drawing like this, but now, I can draw. For day 53 to 55, I practiced body poses and these are the results. And on around day 56 to 57. I was working on a private commission, so I cannot show you, but I can show the sketches of rejected sketches I was working on and my daily doodles. On day 58 and 59, just my daily doodles and practice and the usual self-loathing of someone who draws. On day 60, I wanted to have a relaxing drawing and then I searched an anime girl hugging a plushie as reference and drew this. On day 61 to 62, my usual daily practice and doodle on my sketchpad. I cannot show my digital drawings on 61 and 62 because those are requested to be private. On day 63, again, my daily sketches to grind some drawing EXP points. However, I realized on this day that I was still weak with shadow and lighting. Thus, I read somewhere that practicing grayscale is good for having a sense of values before jumping into colors. And so I did just that. On day 64 and 65, after my daily sketches in my sketchpad at work, I practiced values again. As much as I wanted to color, I was not yet skilled for it. I even tried to study my favorite artist artwork and determine what brushes he uses. For day 66, I wanted to test myself again. At work during free time, I browsed Pinterest and searched for a difficult pose to replicate. At first I was so sure that I couldn't do the pose justice, but after giving it a try, I was so happy with the result. I may have copied the pose, but I have made it unique enough that it suited what I was aiming for. I was so happy that I tried to draw it again on the digital pad. For day 67, 68 and 69, after doing my dailies on my sketchpad, I tried what good artists do in their sketches, and that is thumbnailing. I did that with my digital drawings and it turned out great. I have recorded their time lapse so you can see how an amateur works. How it ended from day 30 to day 69. Overall, I saw some visible progress, especially from body proportion and how values, shadow, lighting and coloring works. It may not be much, but it was a good chunk of experience points. I am still bad and I erase and Control Z most of my strokes, but still, progress is progress. If you want to see my growth, please consider subscribing, and if you like these kinds of videos, consider clicking the like button as it acts as a support button to me as a creator. Also, I don't know why people commission me since I just post whatever art I can draw and most of them are quite bad by men's standards. Maybe because it's the price since I just charge $15 to $30. It may just be their lunch, but where and how I am living, this is enough to make me not worry about food for a good amount of 3 to 4 days. To the people who support me, I am so thankful. To end with, I wanted to share a message that stuck with me for almost the entirety of my drawing journey. After drawing straight for a good amount now, do not rely on your mood to draw art. Browse some references, and if one cannot inspire you, just pick whatever and draw it as your warm-up piece and find another reference that would inspire you. One must have to catch the mood and make it stay. To me, this quote is my infinite motivation glitch. No one but me is going to make myself improve. I am the main character of my drawing journey. You are your main character on your art journey. Thank you so much. That's all. See you on the next video.